Abigail and Sir Stuart have elite palates and perfect taste, much better than yours. Learn about the fine nuances of finer wine on Invigorating.
You know, Stuart, this wine is fabulous. It takes me right back to those days on grandfather's pheasant farm. The scent after a fresh massacre.
Yes, it reminds me a lot of the summer spent in the Congo studying the silverbacks during mating season.
Oh, hell no.
We're Stevie and Josiah.
A girl and a guy who happen to know a lot about drinking.
That's because we drink a lot.
But we also study a lot and work a lot.
We've worked at some of the best restaurants and wine shops from coast to coast.
But at the end of the day, we're still just two everyday people who are thirsty.
Really thirsty.
We hope you are too.
So Matt, what do you do? What's your job?
I'm a fish cutter at a meat market here in San Francisco.
Cool.
I'm the number 3 fish cutter, and I've been doing this for about 2 years.
Awesome. Do you think you could teach us how to break down a fish?
I think I can do that.
Cool. Let's go into it.
All right.
So what do we have here?
We have a Thai red snapper from
Nice.
New Zealand. I'm going to start by doing an incision behind the gill plate.
Okay.
You want to get as close to the gill plate. You can feel it. It's hard right there.
Uh-huh.
The gill plate protect the actual gills themselves, which are soft.
So it's like an iPhone case
Exactly.
for your gills. Yeah, that's cool.
Exactly.
All right.
So I'm going to start. You have more leverage because you still have the body below here. So you start with the leverage. So you start from the tail.
And does your knife have to be pretty sharp to do this? Or?
It helps.
Okay.
This is not the sharpest knife, but my friend at work sharpened it for me.
Okay.
So you come down. You use the frame of the body.
And so now it looks like you're just going against the bone.
Exactly.
Just rubbing it on the top there.
Exactly. Use the frame as a, what we call a guard.
Okay.
You know, those, not a skeleton.
Okay.
Use as a guide.
Cool.
There's some heavy bones right up here next to the gill plate.
Okay.
So you kind of got something into it a little bit.
Gotta manhandle it a bit.
A little bit. You gotta be careful with these guys.
Yeah.
Now we're over the spine.
Okay.
So you gotta kind of use a little bit more elbow grease. And then a little bit more finesse. You just kind of shape it. That's how fillets are made.
You get 2 per fish, right?
2 sides per
Okay.
fish. And as you see, you've lost a little bit of leverage, which is why you want to slope to go down here.
I see. So on one side you start from the tail, on the other side you start from the head.
Exactly.
Okay.
What you want is no meat on the bone.
That looks good.
Meat is money.
And you can see like how thin this is right here. Maybe we can show the camera. It's like paper thin almost.
You can shine it up to the light.
Yeah,
It's
that's awesome.
translucent.
Very cool. And what do you do with that normally? Do you like feed it to cats or stew or?
Some people come in, we give it to them for free.
Yeah.
They, make stock out of it.
Don't eat fish. Eat beef, motherfucker. Fish are all scaly, like lizards.
Snappers are a bony fish, so this is the stomach. And being a bony fish, the bones are really hard. So generally, with other fish such as salmon, if you're going to do it, you just use the fillet thing.
Okay.
But with these, you got to still use this.
And does that knife have a name in particular, the one that you're using right now?
I call it a Big Bertha, but I don't.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
a freaking saber or something.
Yeah.
You're like the Prince of Persia.
A scimitar, yeah. And then I just fillet it out. You start shaving. That's a decent fillet. Make a cut and hold it. And you start pulling back on the skin while you're doing it. You pull back, and then you just have to make some boots.
All right, Matt, so this looks awesome and I am freaking starving. So how are we gonna prepare this today?
Well, because Thai red snapper is a little leaner than true snapper, we're going to go and cook it in foil. We're going to use white wine and olive oil to help steam it. Capers, paprika, We're gonna use some chives, some red onions, shallots, and a little bit of lemon at the end.
So it's really important to know the specific ingredients that you're using for your preparation because that is what influences your wine pairing. Stevie, why don't you break this down for us?
Just like there are hundreds, or maybe thousands, of different types of fish, so are there as many different styles of preparations, and as many different wine possibilities for pairing with them. Knowing the exact ingredients that you're working with and the specific style of your preparation will help you create the perfect pairing. Today we're working with some pretty bold, pungent ingredients like capers and a lot of onions. But we're also working with a pretty delicate style of preparation. We're just basically steaming the fish in foil using the grill for heat. So today we want to pick out a wine that's light in body so that it doesn't totally dominate or overwhelm the delicacy of the fish, but also one that's a little bit bolder or more potent in terms of its flavors and aromatics, so that you can still taste it after you have a huge bite of fish with capers and onions. Remember, light in body does not have to mean light in flavor. So you could definitely go with a white wine, or you could drink a red wine too. The key, if you decide to go with a red wine, is that whatever you do, you want to be sure you stay away from tannins. So the key takeaways for our wine pairing today are you want to choose one that's 1, light in body, 2, powerful in aromatics, and 3, if you're going with a red wine, make sure you choose one that's low in tannins.
All right, so based on Stevie's recommendations, we got 2 wines today. We have the 2011 Lacana Albarino. So Albarino is the grape. It's coming from a little area called Rias Baixas. If you want to impress your friends, put on a lisp and say Rias Baixas. And it's coming from the northwest of Spain. So right by the sea, definitely picks up a little bit more of that briny character, especially on the finish. Great acidity, more of a medium-bodied wine, but works really well with seafood. Next wine, 2011 Valle Delicate. So this is Frappato, that is the grape. It's coming from Sicily, which is also by the sea. I think surrounded by the sea, it's an island. So really good stuff, more of a body like a Pinot Noir, a little bit more kind of floral, but all in all, the most important thing about this is it has light tannins, very light tannins, and also good minerality.
Cheers.